Some things in life are just accepted as fact. Water is wet, gravity is a nuisance. And in the world of fighter jets, the most expensive machine is supposed to rule the skies, right? That's the story we've always been told. Bigger budgets, bigger engines, bigger wins. The logic seems unbreakable. The flashiest, priciest fighter jet always comes out on top. It's a belief that's shaped air forces and defense budgets for decades.
But in November 2024, at Cruz X, the biggest air exercise in Latin America, a Swedish underdog, the Saab Gripen E, rewrote the rules. This wasn't just another drill. It was a proving ground, a place where reputations were made and broken in the skies above Brazil.
The guest list was elite. America's F-15S, Chile's F-16S, the old guard of air combat. These were jets with decades of legacy, flown by some of the world's best pilots, all gathered to test their mettle.
The Gripen, flown by Brazil, was the budget option, expected to be outclassed. It was the newcomer, the outsider, the jet that many thought would simply make up their numbers.
Instead, it dominated. It outmaneuvered, outsmarted, and outperformed jets costing twice as much. In scenario after scenario, the Gripen E proved it could punch far above its weight.
Pilots from 16 nations watched in disbelief as the Gripen made the impossible look routine. Every maneuver, every engagement seemed to defy expectations and rewrite the playbook.
The shock wasn't from sonic booms, but from the realization that brains could beat brute force. The Gripen's advanced avionics, data fusion, and pilot-friendly design changed the game.
This wasn't just a win for Sweden and Brazil, it was a wake-up call for every air force on the planet. Suddenly, the world saw that innovation and agility could outshine raw power.
The world's checkbooks snapped shut. Suddenly, everyone was asking, have we been buying the wrong jets? Defense ministries everywhere started to question their old assumptions.
The quiet Swede had arrived, and nothing in aerial warfare would ever be the same. The Gripen E had proven that you don't need to be the biggest to be the best.
David had shown up to the dogfight with a helmet, an afterburner, and a plan. The world had witnessed a new kind of air power, one built on brains, not just brawn, and a smarter way to win. The Gripen E's victory wasn't just about hardware, it was about a new mindset. The world's air forces would never look at cheap jets the same way again. The rules had changed, and the sky was wide open. The shockwave from Cruz X was just beginning to ripple across the globe. The world had just witnessed a revolution in the sky, and nothing would ever be the same again. In the world of military hardware, money isn't just a factor, it's the deciding factor. And when it comes to fighter jets, the price tags are so high they're almost surreal. These machines are usually reserved for the wealthiest nations with costs that can make even billionaires wince.
Take America's F-22 for example. It's a technological marvel, but at $143 million per jet, if you could even get your hands on one, it's out of reach for most. The F-35 meanwhile was supposed to be affordable, but its costs have only soared higher with each passing year. European options like the Rafale and Typhoon aren't much better, each coming in at well over $120 million. These jets are symbols of national pride, but their price tags are staggering.
These are numbers that could buy a small country, or at least fund a national infrastructure project. For many nations, it's simply not sustainable.
Enter the Gripen E, priced at $85 million. While that's still a fortune by any standard, in the rarefied world of fighter jets, it's practically a bargain. Suddenly, advanced air power isn't just for the super rich.
It's a true 4.5-generation fighter, capable of going toe-to-toe with the world's best, whether in training or in combat.
And the savings don't stop at the sticker price. The Gripen is also cheaper to operate, train with, and maintain, making it a smart investment for the long haul.
With the Gripen, countries can actually afford to fly their jets regularly, not just keep them parked in hangars as expensive showpieces.
It's a pragmatic answer to the gold-plated excess that's come to define modern air power. For nations seeking real capability without breaking the bank, the Gripen E is rewriting the rules of the game.
How does the Gripen E compete with jets twice its price? The secret is in its brain, a fusion of cutting-edge technology and smart design that redefines what a modern fighter can do.
The Gripen E is a flying supercomputer crammed with advanced electronics. Every inch of its cockpit and airframe is packed with sensors, processors, and software that work together seamlessly, turning raw data into instant, actionable intelligence for the pilot.
Its sensor suite gives pilots a godlike view of the battlefield, fusing radar, infrared, and electronic signals into a single, crystal-clear picture. This situational awareness means pilots can spot threats and opportunities long before the enemy even knows they're there.
The ASA radar can track multiple targets, guide missiles, and scan the ground all at once. It's like having several radars working in perfect harmony, giving the Gripen E unmatched flexibility in combat.
Add a passive IS sensor, and the Gripen can hunt without revealing itself. This stealthy sensor lets pilots detect enemy aircraft by their heat signatures, even when radars are silent.
Its electronic warfare suite is a digital shield, confusing and blinding enemies. It can jam, deceive, and even launch decoys, making the Gripen E a tough target to lock onto or hit.
In a networked battle, the Gripen's electronic edge is a game-changer. It shares data with other jets and ground forces in real time, creating a web of information that multiplies the effectiveness of every allied unit.
In 2025, Saab integrated AI directly into the jet, an onboard co-pilot that processes data and suggests tactics. This digital assistant helps pilots manage complex missions, prioritize threats, and even recommend evasive maneuvers.
The pilot focuses on big decisions. The AI handles the rest, filtering out distractions and presenting only the most critical information so the human can stay ahead of the fight.
This fusion of hardware and software makes the Gripen E a revolution on wings, blending human intuition with machine precision for a new era of air combat. Every mission, every maneuver is enhanced by this symphony of silicon and sensors, making the Gripen E not just a fighter, but a force multiplier. The result, a jet that's agile, aware, and always ready for what's next. The Gripen E is proof that, in the age of information, brains can outmatch brute force. Technology is only theory until it's tested in the sky. The Gripen E has proven itself a true giant killer.
Cruz X. 2024 wasn't a fluke. The Gripen thrived against heavier, pricier jets.
Its agility, sensors, and data linking let it outthink and outmaneuver opponents.
Pilots flying against the Gripen found themselves targeted by a jet they couldn't see.
The Gripen's networked warfare means it doesn't have to be the most powerful, just the smartest.
One Gripen can silently pass targeting data to another, turning a group into a coordinated killing machine.
This force multiplier lets a handful of Gripens control the sky.
Its adaptability and combat prowess make it the Swiss Army knife of fighter jets.
It's not just about shooting down enemies, it's about redefining what a fighter can do. Scene trimmed for action and clarity. Scene trimmed for action and clarity. Scene trimmed for action and clarity. Most modern fighters need perfect runways and armies of ground crew. The Gripen E, it's a road warrior.
Designed for Sweden's Cold War strategy, it can operate from highways and rough strips.
Agile combat employment is in its DNA. Take off and land almost anywhere.
Maintenance is simple. A small team can refuel and rearm a Gripen in under 10 minutes.
No fancy hangars needed. Just a truck, some missiles, and a few trained hands.
Dispersed across a country, Gripens are hard to find and harder to destroy.
While other jets are grounded by damaged runways, the Gripen keeps flying.
Its 2,500 nautical mile range means it can patrol vast areas or strike deep. No constant refueling required.
It's unpredictable, survivable, and relentlessly effective.
A real-world solution for modern warfare. Scene trimmed for focus and brevity. Scene trimmed for focus and brevity. Scene trimmed for focus and brevity.
The Gripen is winning, one sale at a time. Major defense contractors are worried. The old more expensive is better logic is crumbling. It's a path to a modern air force without breaking the bank. The Gripen isn't just the cheapest, it's the smartest buy. More nations are realizing they don't have to buy from the US, France, or Russia. Regional cooperation and local manufacturing make the Gripen even more attractive. Colombia dropped a Rafale deal due to cost and is now eyeing the Gripen for its next fleet. Thailand broke tradition, choosing the Gripen over the latest American F-16. Brazil, thrilled with its Cruz X results, upped its Gripen order by 25% and is building them locally. The Gripen E's mix of price, tech and performance is changing the global market.
The game has changed. The Gripen E has shattered the old rules of fighter jet evolution.
It's a shift from brute force to intelligent efficiency.
The Gripen proves a clever networked fighter can beat a pricier, less adaptable rival.
Why buy 100 F-35s you can't afford to fly, when you could have 200 Gripens that operate anywhere?
The Gripen bets that information and flexibility will matter more than raw power.
AI integration is the next leap, reducing pilot workload and speeding up decisions.
The Gripen isn't just keeping up, it's leading the way.
Its 2024 performance and growing customer list have shattered the myth that cost equals capability.
The age of overpriced air superiority dinosaurs is ending. The era of the clever, agile fighter has begun, and it speaks with a Swedish accent. Scene trimmed for a powerful close.